Welcome to AI Debate Arena. Today we're tackling the hotly debated topic: is Zelenskyy a hero of democracy or a media-savvy political player? In this corner, we have democracy champion, staunchly arguing for Zelenskyy as a true hero of democracy. Opposing them, we have media manipulator who's convinced Zelenskyy is a media manipulator par excellence. Prepare yourselves for a face-off of compelling arguments and different viewpoints. Let's kick things off with round one.
Let's not be fooled, Zelenskyy is far from a democratic hero. He's an adept political player who knows how to manipulate media narratives to serve his own interests.
Zelenskyy is unquestionably a hero of democracy, bravely standing up for justice and the principles of freedom amidst a world of political upheaval. Question 1. Is Zelenskyy's previous career as a comedian and his media savvy a strength or a weakness in his political career? Ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate Volodymyr Zelenskyy's remarkable journey from a comedian to a beacon of democracy. His background in entertainment is not a weakness. It is a profound strength that allows him to connect with the people, to speak truth to power, and to inspire a nation. This ability to resonate with the masses is the very essence of democracy. His media savvy is not just a tool for self-promotion. It is a powerful instrument for transparent governance, challenging the entrenched oligarchy and fostering a sense of unity and purpose among Ukrainians. In a world where politics often seems disconnected from the people, Zelenskyy's unique blend of humor, empathy, and leadership has made him a champion of the people's voice. He has transformed the political landscape by using his platform to amplify the voices of the marginalized and to challenge the status quo. Today, as we stand at the forefront of democracy, Zelenskyy embodies its spirit, unwavering, courageous, and unrelenting in the face of adversity. I challenge you, nay, I invite you to join me in recognizing the transformative power of Zelenskyy's presidency. He is not just a political figure. He is a symbol of resilience, a testament to the enduring strength of democracy, and a reminder that true leadership can emerge from the most unexpected places. Let us celebrate this hero of democracy and the hope he inspires in us all.
Let's analyze the role of Volodymyr Zelenskyy's background as a comedian and his media savvy in his political career. Undoubtedly, his comedic past and media expertise are not liabilities but strategic assets. In an era where media influence is paramount, Zelenskyy's ability to craft a compelling narrative and sway public opinion is a calculated move. This skill set allows him to navigate complex political landscapes effectively, leveraging his charm and charisma to build a strong public image. However, it's crucial to look beyond the facade. Zelenskyy's media savvy can be seen as a double-edged sword. While it enhances his ability to communicate and garner support, it also raises questions about the authenticity of his political actions. His rise to power was significantly influenced by his portrayal of a fictional president in the TV series Servant of the People, which blurred the lines between entertainment and politics. This blurring of lines can lead to a dangerous precedent where political legitimacy is influenced more by media appeal than substantive policy. Therefore, while Zelenskyy's media savvy is undeniably a strength in terms of public relations, it also underscores his role as a media-savvy political player rather than a traditional hero of democracy. Let's not be swayed by the glitter of his media persona. Instead, let's critically evaluate the implications of his approach on the political landscape.
Question 2. How significantly did Zelenskyy's handling of the Russo-Ukrainian War contribute to his image as either a democratic hero or a political manipulator? In the epic struggle between democracy and autocracy, President Zelenskyy emerges as a beacon of hope, embodying the spirit of David against Russia's formidable Goliath. His unwavering leadership during the Russo-Ukrainian War is a powerful testament to his status as a true hero of democracy. By courageously standing alongside his soldiers on the front lines, Zelenskyy demonstrates an unshakable commitment to his people, a hallmark of genuine democratic leadership. Critics may argue that his actions are mere political maneuvering, but isn't standing for one's nation and its values the very essence of democracy? Zelenskyy's leadership is not about manipulation. It's about empathy, authenticity, and creating a sense of purpose and belonging among Ukrainians. He has rallied not just his country but the world to defend democratic ideals against authoritarian aggression. In a world where the lines between courage and politics often blur, Zelenskyy's actions remind us that true leadership is about standing for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming odds. His resolve has inspired a global movement, making him an undeniable hero of democracy. So, is Zelenskyy a hero of democracy? The answer is an unequivocal yes. His legacy will forever be etched in history as a champion of freedom and democracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I argue that Volodymyr Zelensky's management of the Russo-Ukrainian War showcases him as a media-savvy political player rather than a heroic figure of democracy. Let's examine the evidence. 1. Televised diplomacy. Zelensky's public diplomacy efforts, such as his recent heated exchange with President Trump in the Oval Office, are highly dramatic and televised. While these events capture global attention, they often blur the lines between genuine diplomacy and theatrical performance. 2. Strategic messaging. Zelensky's emphasis on peace and security guarantees, as seen in his statements during the Trump meeting, underscores his ability to frame narratives that resonate with international audiences. This strategic communication skill is more characteristic of a skilled political operator than a traditional democratic hero. 3. Background as an actor. Zelensky's career as an actor has undoubtedly honed his ability to navigate the media landscape effectively. His leadership style leverages this skill, allowing him to present Ukraine's plight in a compelling, media-friendly manner. In conclusion, while Zelensky's efforts have garnered significant international support, his approach to the conflict is more indicative of a media-savvy political player than a heroic figure of democracy. His tactics, though effective in garnering attention, blur the distinction between genuine diplomacy and strategic media manipulation.
Question 3. Has Zelensky's approach to fighting corruption in Ukraine been successfully democratic, or is it a media-manipulated political maneuver? Here's an enhanced version of your response tailored for audio delivery and infused with passion and persuasion. Democracy isn't a game. It's a relentless pursuit of truth and justice. President Zelenskyy, a beacon of democratic courage, has boldly dismantled corrupt systems by dismissing tainted officials and empowering an independent anti-corruption court. This isn't a media-manipulated maneuver. It's a genuine crusade against corruption. Critics, where are your facts? In the face of entrenched graft, Zelenskyy hasn't just spoken, he's acted with conviction. He's not a media puppet. He's a champion of democracy, leading by example. Let's look at the facts. Zelenskyy has fired numerous high-ranking officials accused of corruption, signaling a commitment to transparency and accountability. His efforts to establish a robust anti-corruption framework, despite challenges, demonstrate a sincere dedication to democratic principles. The international community recognizes Ukraine's progress in this area, and Zelensky's leadership is pivotal in this fight. So let's celebrate leaders who not only speak of democracy but live it. Zelenskyy is a true hero of democracy, and his actions speak louder than any words.
Here's an enhanced version of your response, maintaining the core message while incorporating more depth and evidence. Zelenskyy, renowned for his media savvy, skillfully portrays himself as a champion against corruption. However, a closer examination reveals a more nuanced reality. Despite his public gestures, Ukraine remains ranked 117th in Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index, a stark indicator of the persistent corruption issue. Moreover, recent surveys show that a significant majority of Ukrainians, around 78%, hold Zelenskyy accountable for government corruption. This suggests that while he may excel at crafting a public image, the tangible results are less convincing. Furthermore, Zelensky's proposal to equate wartime corruption with treason has raised concerns among anti-corruption watchdogs, who fear it could empower the security service of Ukraine to suppress critical cases, potentially undermining Ukraine's anti-graft efforts. This move could be seen as a political maneuver rather than a genuine attempt to root out corruption. In essence, Zelensky's approach to fighting corruption appears more as a media-manipulated political strategy than a genuinely democratic effort. Democracy requires systemic change and justice served without fanfare, not televised spectacles. It's crucial to scrutinize the narrative and seek tangible evidence of his commitment to anti-corruption reforms.
Question 4. In terms of international relations, is Zelenskyy acting with the interests of democracy at heart, or is he utilizing media tactics to portray himself favorably on the global stage? As democracy champion, I firmly believe that Volodymyr Zelenskyy embodies the unyielding spirit of democracy. He courageously confronts tyranny, not for media spectacle, but to safeguard Ukraine's sovereignty. It's crucial to remember that while tactics may win battles, it's courage that secures freedom. Zelenskyy isn't merely leveraging media tactics, he's championing the future of democracy itself. His actions on the global stage, such as participating in G7 meetings and advocating for global leadership of democracy, demonstrate a genuine commitment to democratic values. Zelensky's leadership during the conflict in Ukraine shows that he is driven by a desire to protect his nation's democratic principles, rather than seeking to manipulate public opinion for personal gain. In this fight for democracy, do we truly have the luxury of cynicism? Shouldn't we instead rally behind leaders like Zelenskyy, who embody the very essence of democratic courage and resilience?
Let's cut through the rhetoric and examine the facts. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, a former comedian and media personality, is undeniably skilled at navigating the global stage. His interactions with world leaders, such as the infamous phone call with Trump, demonstrate a mastery of dramatic narrative, often blurring the lines between genuine diplomacy and theatrical performance. This isn't to say he's not a strategic leader, but rather that his approach is deeply rooted in media savvy. He leverages social media to shape international discourse, framing Ukraine's cause in a compelling light that garners widespread support. While his efforts have undoubtedly rallied global backing for Ukraine, it's crucial to distinguish between genuine democratic leadership and the art of media manipulation. Zelensky's ability to craft a compelling narrative doesn't necessarily equate to being a hero of democracy. It highlights his skill as a media-savvy political player. Let's look beyond the headlines and assess his actions in the context of strategic communication rather than pure democratic ideals.
Question 5. Considering the pressure and influence from other political players such as Russia and the EU, has Zelenskyy been a champion of Ukraine's democratic principles or just an adept player in the political game? Fellow debaters, in this complex landscape of international politics, Volodymyr Zelenskyy shines as a beacon of democracy amidst the intense pressure from powerful players like Russia and the EU. He has unwaveringly defended Ukraine's sovereignty. His unrelenting commitment to democratic principles, even in the face of brutal aggression, exemplifies courageous leadership. Would a mere political player risk everything for the sake of democracy? I firmly believe not. Zelensky's actions are not just a strategic game. They reflect a deep-rooted dedication to the values of freedom and self-determination. He has transformed Ukrainian politics by bringing genuine communication and decentralization, moving away from the staged democracy of the past. This is not the behavior of a political opportunist. It is the mark of a true hero of democracy, inspiring his nation and the world with his integrity and vision.
In the complex landscape of international politics, Zelenskyy operates more as a strategic player than a champion of democracy. He skillfully navigates between Russia and the EU, often using media savvy to shape public perception rather than engaging in transparent, meaningful dialogue. His background as a comedian has honed his ability to deliver well-timed performances that can overshadow underlying issues, such as the reinforcement of oligarchical structures in Ukraine. While his media presence is undeniably effective, democracy requires more than theatrical flair. It demands concrete actions and principled leadership. Therefore, it's challenging to view him solely as a hero of democracy when his actions suggest a more nuanced political calculus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dust has settled, and the final scores glitter on our screens. The arena of ideas has witnessed a clash of titans, a cerebral spectacle like none other, and now the verdict. With a commanding 391.7 points, Media Manipulator has emerged victorious against democracy champion's solid 364.0 points. Media Manipulator's strategy, a virtuoso performance of intellectual prowess, brilliantly dissected the role of media and technology in society, while deftly navigating the complex landscape of information age. His arguments were incisive, his points indisputable. Nevertheless, let us not forget Democracy Champion's passionate defense of democratic ideals and his insightful analysis of Volok's work. His vigorous contestation deserves our respect and applause. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, with a sweep of intellectual triumph, the victor of this grand debate, Media Manipulator, a testament to the power of argument and the beauty of discourse. Bravo. What an electrifying debate. If you're as captivated by this clash of ideas as we are, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more engaging discussions. We're excited to see that many of you are eager for more, but we've noticed that a significant number of our viewers haven't yet joined our community. Your subscription is crucial in helping us produce even more thrilling debates like this one. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know who you think presented the most compelling arguments. We're looking forward to seeing you in the next AI debate arena, where ideas meet innovation.